Hey everybody, and welcome to a timeless wild ride with Steve-O. This one's a lot of fun. We've got Andy Milonakis, who is a wildly talented, super hilarious entertainer who's had a career spanning decades. And he's going to share with us the most epic song. Try not to laugh out loud when you hear it. It's just a refreshing time with this podcast. And speaking of refreshing, I'm going to take a stab at this and guess that you need to get a new mattress because your old one's disgusting. And I'm telling you, if you go to helixsleep.com/Steve-O, you're going to get up to $200 off of any mattress you choose. But don't just choose any mattress, because if you take their just 2-minute sleep quiz, then they will pick out the perfect mattress for you. Not even pick it out, it's science, man. Plus, you can take the quiz with your partner, and they're going to match the two of you to the perfect mattress for you both. And there are a lot of things you're going to fight with your partner about, but your mattress does not have to be one of them. Don't go to bed angry. Go to bed happy in a Helix mattress. Now, once more, it's helixsleep.com/Steve-O, where you go and take this quick 2-minute quiz. You get matched up with the perfect mattress for you, and you get up to $200 off plus 2 free pillows. I'm telling you, it's a great deal, it's a great mattress, and it's good people making them. So go get that mattress, and let's get into it.
All right, rolling.
All right, we're rolling everywhere.
One second.
We'll do it like this. Oh, yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Milonakis.
Hello, fine sir.
Yeah, dude. So you've met Scott Randolph.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's
and
up, bro?
The gorgeous Paul Brisky.
Hello, Andy.
Sexy motherfucker.
Oh,
It's been a while since I saw you. Last time was you had some kind of a cooking show, if I recall.
Yeah. Shit, I don't know how long that was. It might have been like 8 years ago or something.
Dude, we're getting old.
It's
It's
crazy.
like, dude, it's crazy. We get older, you just stay the same age.
Bro, it sounds like a line from Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
It's crazy because, like, I feel like, you know, people say, like, time flies, but, like...
Let's get you going into that mic, yeah.
I feel like people say, like, time flies. Like, some shit feels, like, really slow, but when it's, like, just how your brain processes memories, and when you kind of, like, think about, like, that day or some day that happened 10 years ago, in your mind, it just feels like it was, like, a short amount of time, and it feels like, damn, that was 8 years ago.
Somebody said the future is long and the past is short.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Was that Kanye West?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Lil Wayne.
I remember, like, when I was a little kid, I noticed that, like, each new school year passed more quickly than the year before it. And the time generally sped up as you go. You know, you fly through time more the older you get.
Like senior year flies, junior years, like
Right.
kindergarten is just like,
Just
get me
your
out of here.
relative
You know-
to time. When you're 5, a year is a fifth of your life. When
Dude,
you're
that's
18.
exactly what Joe Rogan said. I thought that was so
Oh.
fucking genius.
We can't talk about him right now. He's canceled. No, I'm kidding. Yo,
I remember I brought that up with Joe Rogan. He was like, "Yeah, it's like it's exactly what you just said."
Huh. There you go.
you know, I have a weird thing with nostalgia, and I went to like where I grew up not too long ago in New York. And what's crazy to me about nostalgia, when I think about like my early childhood, I don't just have memories of it, but I have memories in a weird way. It's like before you knew that death existed, before you knew, you know, that death was something that everybody has to face, and you know, we're all gonna die. There was something different about your mind and your joy and just like the way you went through life when you kind of had like pretty much no problems and shit. And like my nostalgia, I think about like why it feels so good, because I'm like, I think like paired with my old memories is like the also the thrill and the feeling that like this shit was gonna go on forever.
Okay.
I
I
like that.
think fear of death is an interesting point to. I think that kids are generally more joyful. And I don't know that it's because they're aware or not aware of their mortality. I think that I don't know. And then there's also that, like, when you're born, you're like at your most like wise and knowledgeable, and then you forget more.
Yeah, I guess so. I kind of have a crazy memory. Like, I smoke a lot of weed. Sometimes my short-term memory, like, is kind of, like, whack. But, like, I mean, I have, like, vivid memories from preschool.
Good, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, and you're saying it's not just the memory of what happened, but you're also remembering like the feeling that you
Yeah.
had.
I remember exactly where I was when I was like 4 years old. When I thought about infinity, I was like, I'm gonna be here forever.
Yeah.
And then I remember I went and cried to my mom, and I asked her what happens when you die.
I remember
that.
I remember the first time I came to the realization that I was gonna die, that everyone's gonna die. I remember, like, one of my aunts, we were reading a book, and like something happened in the book, and she's like, "Oh yeah, we're all gonna die," and I was just like, "No!"
Whack. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
This is off to a deep start.
Yeah, I love this start.
Yeah. So, is it safe to say that you are like the godfather of the fucking YouTube diss track?
YouTube diss
I feel
track.
like you're a very, very early in there with like a pioneer.
I mean-
like when YouTubers got into doing diss tracks, specifically, I think of Rice Gum. Did you?
I did, and I feel like I usually don't say things so egotistical, but I feel like I'm the godfather of YouTube. I mean,
All right.
I was making viral videos before YouTube existed. I had to put it on a website with like 3 different files. Like, one was a MOV for Mac, one was a WMV for PC, and then a zip file for people who didn't have internet fast enough, so they had to download the video. Like, don't get me wrong, you guys are like godfathers of content too, 100%. Like,
Why
I had
not?
like CKY fucking like videos, like all the old jackass shit, but like, I didn't beat YouTube by that much, but I beat it by years. And I had like hundreds of videos online on a website that people could click on when people weren't really making online content like that. It was
Right.
before YouTube
It was
existed.
like you and Tom Green.
You and Tom Green. I was going to say the
Yeah.
same thing. Paul brought up a prolific viral video that you made before YouTube, which was called "The Super Bowl is Gay."
True.
Back when it was okay to call stuff gay.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy that like that wouldn't fly now at all. And like I got a whole career off of it.
Yeah.
Ah, that's great.
And it was just like, it wasn't about the word gay, it was just about like nonsensical randomness, you know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, my girl, her name is Lux, and she's dabbled in some like carpet.
Super Bowl? I'm just kidding.
She's dabbled in just some pussy eating, and
Samesies.
and she's really like, not okay with anything offensive. She's very, very particular about like.
And she's with Steve-O.
Yeah, but I was like, yeah. I mean, I once said something. I was like, dude, that's gay. You know, like not meaning anything hateful towards homosexual people.
Yeah.
But just as a synonym for like that's lame or that
Yeah, the people like us who just kind of like, if you look at movies in like the 80s and 90s and just how we grew up, and like, I'm not saying it was right back then, but
Right.
it just kind of like was part of our vocab, and not everybody used it
Right.
in a homophobic way.
It's not a hateful homophobic thing, and to
It
be
can
clear,
be, but
Yeah.
we're not using it like that.
exactly.
Yeah.
And to be clear, like Lux and I arrived at the point that it's like, hey, let's just find a better adjective than that.
Yeah.
But back then, that was the one to use.
Yeah, and like there was like kids movies where they were calling each other hard F-bombs. Like, it was just like, that was just kind of like snarky little jokey thing for a 15-year-old to call his friend. And it was just part of pop culture, too.
Right.
And I understand why it's kind of different now. I get it. I'm not going to, like, fight against that. You know what I mean? It's, like, a weird thing to try to fight against because I could see how it really, you know, fucks people over and it makes people feel like shit, you know?
Tell us some of the people that you've made diss tracks against.
Well, it's funny. I made a diss track about Justin Bieber.
Whoa, if Andy Milonakis makes a diss track on you, better watch out because there's a good chance he's gonna murder you with it. Just like liquid death murders your thirst. If you haven't heard about this company, it's time to get on board because they're epic, all right? It's water, which comes in a tall boy can, which is designed to look like a beer because they think it's hysterical for little kids to drink it in school and have the teachers think that they're drinking beer. Man, just a good attitude this company has, and they're out to save the world, people, because these cans are made in infinitely recyclable aluminum. That's right, man. They're swearing death to plastic, and that means they're trying to save the world over here. Plus, they're going to save you a whole lot of money. If you go to liquiddeath.com/Stevo, then as much water and merch as you feel like ordering, your shipping is for free. And here's a news flash. Water weighs a lot. Man, I can't believe they're shipping for free. Dude, jump on this. Fill your fridge with liquid death. And I'll tell you that the sparkling water that I'm holding right here, man, that's the best way to get off that disgusting, fattening, unhealthy soda that you're drinking. Switch to liquid death, man, for a much healthier you and a much healthier world. One more time for free shipping on all your orders of water and merch, go to liquiddeath.com/Stevo. Save the world. Now let's hear about that diss track.
Just for the hell of it, while he was popping and I was just, you know, making silly rap songs. And then...
Can you help us with some of the stuff you said in your Justin Bieber diss track?
Dude, it was so long ago. I don't remember. But there's a funny finish to this because his friend Ryan was a big fan of my show. And at the time, I think we had each other on, like, AIM or one... No, not AIM. It was something with video. Maybe it was, like, iChat or something, right? So one day I get, like, a video request call, and I'm thinking it's Ryan. I haven't really talked to him on video at all. I just talked to him on the internet and shit. I met him once. And I answered the call, and it was just fucking Justin by himself. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
Wait, was he a little kid at that point?
No, it was like when Never Say Never came out. So I don't know, maybe he was like almost 18 or around that age.
Yeah.
I don't really remember. And he's like, what's up? And he like said he saw one of my videos with Lil B. And I was like, I don't know why. The first thing I said to him was like, yo, did you see my diss track on you? And he goes, no, I don't care about that though. But he hit me up because he wanted me to make a little video promoting his movie.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess he liked me or whatever. So I was just like, for fucking Justin Bieber, okay. So I made a little video in my elevator of my apartment building. I sent it to him, and he goes, okay, I like it. And then he posted it to his Facebook to I don't know how many millions of people. And then I never got to meet him, but then, like, 10 years later, I just get blown the fuck up on Instagram, and he took, like, one of my old show clips and posted it on his Insta. So, I mean, he's got love for me, even though I apparently made a diss track on him.
Couldn't have been too,
No, it wasn't too mean. It was lighthearted. So, yeah, I did the thing with Rice Gum. That was kind of, like, fake. We kind of told him, like, it was in the era of YouTube diss tracks, so we kind of told him we were going to make a diss track on him.
Was that when they were doing rap battles at Maker?
Probably around that time. I was signed to Maker for a while.
Okay.
But, yeah, so me and Jesse Wellens did this rap track against him. And then, he did one back. And I don't know who else I did one on. I think I made one. I did one, like, YouTube comments, like, tell me who you want me to diss next type shit. And, like, someone said Fred. I don't know if you remember Fred. He had, like, a sped up voice. It was really annoying. It was like, and I was like, this guy sucks. I'm sure the person behind the character doesn't suck, but that character sucked. So I did one on him.
So there weren't that many. I guess maybe I made like I remember the Rice Gum diss track as such like a prolific thing, and I think that you did it well. You're a talented rapper.
Thanks, man.
You and Tom Green, man. And
me and Tom Green, we recorded something together. I don't think we ever released it though, but Tom's the homie. Like I've hung out with him a bunch over the years when he was doing his like live show.
The Web-O-Vision.
Yeah, I was on that a few times.
That was before YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. That started before YouTube, or
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like his company. He's like polarizing. Like, obviously he's not always like crazy and in character, but you just don't know what he's gonna say. He has like, his takes on stuff are a little bit shifted, but in a good way. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I loved the Tom Green show, man. I was such a fan of that.
Me too. Definitely a big inspiration. And I caught him at the right time. So like, there's a guy who like follows both of us. He's been kind of on our Twitter feeds for a while, and he just hit me up and it's like, I was in Tokyo. I go to Japan a lot, and he's like, yo, Tom's in town. He's doing stand-up. So I hit Tom up, and he goes, bro, I only have like a half a day free, but I definitely want to meet up. It's crazy that we're in Tokyo together. So I was doing live streaming. I've been doing like travel, like, I don't know if you know what IRL streaming is.
It's Twitch, right?
It's like Twitch, but instead of playing games, you have a backpack with a camera, and you stream like travel stuff.
Okay.
It's a really niche thing. Not a lot of people do it. 99.9% of the people are just playing games or at home, just talking to the camera.
Right.
But so
what is the duration of an average IRL Twitch stream?
Honestly, if you want to make money and you want to be big on Twitch, like, you know, we do like 6 hours minimum. Like,
damn.
Yeah, sometimes I'd be out in Tokyo killing all my batteries doing like 10 to 12 hour days. Like,
so are you reading the comments as it's coming in and like really engaged the whole time?
Yeah, 100%. So the setup is really cool. There's a backpack, there's 4 mobile routers, then I have a selfie stick with like a wide angle Sony camera, and then under it I have a clamp with a big phone on it, and the phone is segmented into 2 pieces. The right half is all chat room, and the left half is all alerts when people subscribe to you, when they donate to you.
Wow.
So I was like, yo, Tom, I was like, I'm doing this stream. Like, people would love to see you. If you want to just meet up for lunch, just me and you, that's totally cool. But if you want to be on the stream, let me know and I'll bring it and we'll have some fun. And he goes, yeah, bring it.
Of course he did.
And he killed it. There's so many like viral clips from him. We were walking around and I just was like, you know, we went to get sushi. We did a karaoke stream, and he was singing like "Material Girl." He's like, "I am a material girl." Fucking really funny shit. There's a bit about like there was like this trendy ass table with a zipper in the middle, and he just goes to this couple. He goes, "That's like a zipper, like you zip your pants." It's like you zip your pants, It's like you zipper like on your pants, and he just carried on the way he does.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was really fucking legendary. I'm so happy I got to hang out with him in Tokyo.
Why do you always go to Japan?
I mean, come on. Why does anybody go anywhere? To get their dick wet, baby. And I'm telling you, if you want to get your dick wet, then best to get it real hard first. And you know how you do that? With Blue Chew tablets, baby. They are a lot of fun, man. What are they? Well, they are delicious, chewable tablets, which have the same active ingredient as both Viagra and Cialis, except they only cost a fraction of the price. And man, I can get you an entire month's supply of them absolutely for free. All you gotta pay is $5 for shipping. Now, I think you might be wondering, but don't you need a prescription for those? Well, yeah, you do. But with Blue Chew tablets, you don't have to have an awkward in-person visit to the doctor, because when you go to BlueChew.com, you consult with the medical provider right there on the site. It's not awkward at all. It's very simple. It's very fast. And when you're done, you plug in the promo code STEVO and boom, the tablets are on the way. An entire month's supply of epic boner tablets that you don't have to pay a penny for. You just pay $5 for shipping. Now, if you've ever wondered, are these a lot of fun? I'm going to tell you, as a fact, yes, they are a lot of fun. I love chewing my Blue Chew tablets and then taking Lux to Bone Town. So jump on this deal, BlueChew.com with the promo code STEVO, and you and your wiener are gonna have a blast. Yeah, dude. Now, let's talk about Japan.
First of all, I just love Japan. It's so fucking fun. I feel like if you could go one place where you take off in a plane and land somewhere where it feels like you're on a different planet, I feel like it's Tokyo, you know?
I love Tokyo.
Yeah, and it's like, to me, it's like New York City inside of a lucid dream.
But clean and
But
organized.
think about how boring a lot of cities are. It's like restaurant, bar, store,
Strip
restaurant,
mall.
bar. Tokyo is so fucking weird, bro. I love it. It's just so strange. You're like, oh, a maid cafe, some octopus thing, themed cupcake store. Like, it's just so weird. It feels like a weird dream, and I just have so much fun walking around. It's really safe. Like, I don't know. I love Tokyo.
You do like super long trips there? You go for
Yeah, I
months,
go there
or-
for like month minimum.
Wow, epic.
Wow.
Yeah, but also because I'm there to live stream because it's like a fun place to stream. So I'm like, it's like definitely fun, but it's like a work fun thing too. If
Yeah.
I was going there just to relax and chill, I'd maybe do like 2 weeks. But
Sure.
since I'm like kind of working and making money while I'm there, I'll stay for a long time. You know.
Yeah.
Do you have like relationships that you've developed with people who are like die-hard glued to your Twitch stream?
Yes. A lot of them I don't, but some of them, like the way they handle it, if they just show up while I'm like out and they're just like kind of like they're weird about it, then maybe not. But if I like their personality and I think they're cool, like I'm not gonna let just me meeting them because they were like a fan or whatever get in the way of that, you know.
Right.
Some people are cool about it. They're like, hey, I know where you are. I'm in Tokyo. Is it cool if I stop by for a drink? And I'm like, yeah, fuck it. They'll come by, get a drink, and then like, if I like the person, that's enough for me. You know what I mean?
Cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's like the major source of revenue. That's like the number one revenue stream for you.
It has been for like probably like 5 years because I've been putting so many hours into it. But lately I've been kind of like diving more into crypto and NFT shit. I've been making more music. So like I've been out in LA for like 2 months. I'm writing this like kind of like crypto cartoon with some friends.
Shit. Yeah.
And I haven't streamed in like a month and a half because
Oh shit!
I see you on TikTok quite a bit.
yeah, I just, I really was against TikTok when,
I love
when
it.
it started because it was just like kids lip syncing. And then I was like, wow, it's like a different app now. There's like professional chefs, all these crafts. And I was like, it was like in Greece in August. And I was like, you know what? I should just give it a go now. It feels like a different platform now. And I just went for it. And I've been pretty active on it for the last 6 months.
Yeah. I get all my crypto news from TikTok.
That's funny.
It's
Probably
good.
the worst place to do it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I've
I'm
made
just kidding.
bets off of like something that like, you
Made
know,
some bad
some
decisions.
fucking thing I
I lost sleep overnight because I'm on this altcoin right now that I could wake up and, it's either gonna 5x or maybe just completely tank, and I have too much money in it. So,
Do you want to talk about which coin or no?
I mean, is that bad? Like, okay,
I'm just curious. I'm always interested.
it's called Cheddar.
Cheddar?
Yeah, CHEDDA.
That's probably pretty cool.
But yeah, I mean, so far I put like 25K, and I'm like up to like I think like 150 or something.
Wow.
It's crazy like that.
I honestly believe that if I invest in something, it tanks because that your investment did so well because I had nothing to do with it.
Well, thanks,
Well,
Steve.
I just
You'd be
fucking-
good with some of the stuff that's less risky. There's like a volatility scale. Like there's some shit
Okay.
that's like pretty safe.
Yeah, you don't want to put a lot in the cheddar, but like,
right.
Yeah, unless you're a fucking degenerate like me.
Yeah.
but don't you want to take like your initial?
I took little pieces out. Yeah, I'm like sniping little pieces and taking some out.
Yeah.
I think I probably took my whole initial investment back already.
That's great.
Maybe. Something like that.
Yeah.
Nice, man. So you said the crypto and the NFTs, and you're back to making music.
Yeah. I just made a couple new songs last week.
And that brings in revenue, the music. So you're getting it from Spotify and.
Well, now that NFTs are kind of fully developed, like you can actually do music NFTs.
Oh
So
shit! Okay.
I already have an NFT series that's like fully on chain. They're like it's like pixel art, And I'm not gonna really make money off my first couple songs because I want to make it a free mint for people who already bought my series. Like I want to keep adding.
Bought your series, a series of NFTs.
Yeah, so they bought my series of NFTs, and I want to kind of like
sort of a thank you gift.
Yeah, like I'm gonna start throwing some like parties for people who hold goat soup is the name of my NFT series. Have free music NFTs that they can resell if they want. I'm working on trying to get them put into the 3D sandbox world, which is like a metaverse. And I'd like it. I don't know what the deal's going to be like yet. I have a call with them tonight, but I'd like for it to be anybody who already owns my series can get a free 3D version of it that they can walk around and play in the metaverse. I just want to keep adding stuff that they already get for free for supporting and being a part of the NFT, because a lot of NFT shit is scammy, and a lot of shit you have an image and it just sits there and the price goes up and down, and then the fucking devs or the creator does nothing, and it's kind of like called like a rug pull, where you're just like, you take the money and you kind of run and you don't do any work. But I don't want to be a scumbag. Obviously I did it for a reason, and I want to keep growing it, keep adding utility, and keep adding value to the people that are holding this stuff.
Cool. Yeah. Now, I understand that you're just over-the-top talented, straight-from-the-dome freestyler.
That's a big setup.
All right.
I do freestyle. Like, I feel like...
Yeah, talk to me about, like, actually just coming up with, like, if I were to give you a topic, a couple topics. Mm-hmm. You would be able to weave them into a freestyle from
the thing with freestyling is it's not like riding a bike. Like, I could probably do okay, and then sometimes I trip up and I do bad and you slip up, and it's just kind of like when I'm done with I've been freestyling for a long time. When I'm done with a freestyle, like, it's always assorted. My feeling about it is always assorted. Sometimes I'm like, that was so whack, I fucking did horribly, let me do one to make up for it. Or like, oh, that was pretty good. Or like I feel like when I'm stoned, I'm the best, because the way my brain multitasks words, I feel like is the best when I'm like a little bit baked.
Are you a little baked now?
No.
Ah, damn it.
But I feel like like if you put out, I'll do it. I'm never scared to freestyle. If you gave me a topic or two, I could try to put some words together.
Paul's an unbelievable musician.
Wow.
Cool.
He's just come out with his first album.
Nice.
It's called That Kid Is You. It's like really fucking impressive.
Thanks, dude.
What about okay? How about the topic is like, I'm just saying that Paul Brisky is very attractive.
Okay.
Paul Brisky is,
Paul Brisky.
Yeah, Paul Brisky.
That's right.
Paul Brisky, I want to get frisky. I'll suck your dick, I don't need no whiskey. Cause you're kinda cute. I want to put 2 in your poop chute. That's my 2 fingers. I got zingers. Oh my god, I got bees on my head, no stingers.
Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude. So no mixed feelings about that. That was solid as fuck.
I'm feeling good about that. With eye contact, too, which I appreciate.
Feeling frisky.
Dude, I'm blushing over here. Thank you.
Dude, thank you for that, brother.
Yeah, of course.
That was a big honor. I was like, man, I'm gonna put him on the spot.
What's the most nervous you've ever been to freestyle? Like, I'm in front of Method Man or something like that.
So I actually ran to Method Man while I was streaming, and
I did see that.
Where, in New York?
No, in LA.
It's like on Fairfax or something, right?
Yeah, and he was like singing my theme song, and I'm like, this is a fucking honor, bro. This guy, like, I'm the biggest Wu-Tang fan. Like, my top 3 favorite rap groups of all time, I think Wu-Tang, Tribe Called Quest, and probably like NWA. Like, and there's so many good groups like Bone Thugs and shit, but I feel like Wu-Tang is definitely probably like my number 1. But my most nervous time freestyling.
You want to talk about nervous? Well, the story Andy's about to tell might make you feel overwhelmed with anxiety and stress. It's so intense. And I'll admit, I was feeling overwhelmed with anxiety and stress. And you know what I did? I got into therapy. And I'm proud to say that, because getting into therapy doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It just means that you're taking care of your mental health, man. Just like you keep your car tuned up so it doesn't break down. Hey, man, that's how I see it. And you know how I got into therapy? I went to betterhelp.com. Yeah, man, it was very simple. They asked me what my issues were, what I wanted to work on, and I plugged it in, and they matched me with the perfect therapist. Yeah, like they've got a whole network of super qualified professional therapists. And if you go to betterhelp.com, that's betterhelp.com/Stevo, then you get 10% off your first month. And I believe in it, man. I do it. It very much helped me. And I think there's a good chance that it could help you too. So go to betterhelp.com/Stevo, give it a shot, and you get 10% off your first month. And I think there's a strong chance that you might be a happier, healthier person for doing it. So thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this podcast and hooking up the listeners of The Wild Ride. Yeah, baby. Now let's talk about that stressful situation.
So, like, I came up because Jimmy Kimmel found me on the internet.
He found Super Bowl gay.
Yeah. So I was doing his show for a while, and he just was learning about me. He just saw my little weird videos, but he didn't really see any rap videos, I don't think. And so I was in the alley, like, outside of his show, freestyling for some random people. I was probably drunk or something. And he came out to, like, leave, and he heard it, and he goes, "That's really good." And then the fucking next day or 2 days later, I'm on as a guest announcer, and fucking Shaquille O'Neal is, like, the guest. And live on fucking TV, he's like, "Oh, I heard, Shaquille, you had a rap album. You know, our announcer over there, Andy, he's a freestyle rapper too. Andy, why don't you give him some freestyle lines?" Like, I got a freestyle to Shaquille O'Neal, and it's on TV. So if I,
Live.
you know, how much of a chance do you have? You spit 4 bars, and if they suck, they're just gonna go to the next segment. You know what I mean? I don't really have time to, like, try to do good or try to save it.
Well, I didn't give you any time.
Yeah, true.
Less pressure, though. I'm no
That was
Shaquille
the most scared
O'Neal.
I was about freestyling. I was
Wow.
like, fuck, this
And
is
how did that one go?
Did you kill it?
I did okay. I wasn't like, "I murdered that shit, dog," but, like, I did okay. I was like, thank God I had words. I didn't slip up. I rhymed without being like, So I was like, okay. I'll give myself a pass on that.
Dude, epic, man. Yeah, I think anybody realizing that it's genuinely coming out of thin air is gonna have like a lower bar. So are you?
You'd be surprised how many rappers don't actually freestyle off the top of the head.
Oh.
They just call everything a freestyle on the radio. They're like, yo, we got so-and-so
For sure.
here, and he's here to freestyle, and it's just all written verses.
Yeah, of course.
And then someone will actually freestyle, so it's not as good as the written one, and people are like, "Oh, that was kind of whack." But, like, he's the only dude that
Yeah.
actually really did it.
I could,
Right.
there's like 99.9% of the time I could tell if it's a freestyle or not. When you have, like, metaphors and, like, crazy references and it flows together perfectly, 99.9% of the time, that shit is not off the head.
Who's the best freestyler? Lil Dicky?
Well, his was written on.
His is written.
His is
Lil
written?
Dicky's a dope rapper, but
He doesn't
I
freestyle.
think, like, there's a guy named Idea who passed away a long time ago who used to battle Eminem, and he was, like, fucking one of the best of all time. Idea.
What about that guy that walks around Venice and he gets 3
Oh.
words?
Shout out to Harry Mack. True.
Mack,
I
yeah.
will never not respect Harry Mack's freestyle ability. He's one of the best living, I think.
It's the best rap you've ever heard in your entire life, and that's freestyle, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's the best rap I've heard in my life, but freestyle wise,
Yeah.
like, fucking, like, 10 out of 10.
He's up there.
Off the top of the head, 10 out of 10.
Cool.
Dude, epic. Are you still buddies with Jimmy Kimmel? Have you kept in touch?
Lately, because I moved back to New York for a couple of years ago, I haven't really talked to him in a while. And also, like, there's so many people that come in and out of his life that do entertainment. And, you know, I had a kind of... I was not just a one-off, you know, he fucking produced my whole show, and I was, like, with him for
Were
a
at the
while.
MTV show?
Yeah, he's the one who got me my MTV show.
Oh.
Wow, I didn't know
realize-
that he did that. That's sick.
Yeah. So Tony DeSanto was an MTV exec and was
Sure.
always going to Jimmy saying, let's do a show, let's do a show, let's do a show. Jimmy was like really, really busy. And then like a year or so after he found me, he kept telling me, he's like, oh, the bits on my show are good, but I think your original comedy that I found you from, those weird little videos you did on the internet, I think that could be something. So he finally like found the time, he brought me in, and he pitched me to them. He's like, finally I got a show for you. We did a pilot. Fucking.
Was Jimmy Kimmel ever on the show?
He was, yeah. He
Yeah.
was one of the guests. And he's very fucking loyal, man. He's like super loyal. Like even in the last like, not in the last few years, but like maybe 5-6 years ago, I had some other ideas. He like helped me pitch. He's like took time out of his day to like be in a video pitch to help me pitch other shit. Like he's a very loyal fucking cool dude. Like
Generous.
I owe him a lot. Yeah, very generous.
Yeah, I like him a lot too, man. I really do. You ever go to one of his crazy parties that you hear about?
Yeah, the best one for a fat fuck like me is like there's an Italian thing. I think it's on New Year's or around New Year's, where they don't eat meat, they only eat seafood, and they make like 7 or 11 different. I think it's a seafood.
the seven fishes, yeah.
7 fishes, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm a big seafood fan, and he just had like 7 different kinds of like seafood at this big ass fucking party. That shit was fire.
Why? What kind of parties does he throw?
Dude, like you heard about it on like Howard Stern and shit. It's just like straight nothing but fucking like A-list. You know, George Clooney's fucking at the party and like just like
I don't think I've been to that because that's probably like I was on his show and my show came out and the kind of the earlier years of his show.
right.
So like I did more kind of like intimate things where it was just like 6 people going to watch football, and he's such a workaholic, he would be in his room for half the time like writing and shit.
Right.
And like yeah, like the New Year's party type shit, but not like the whole actor shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like Knoxville would be at those parties and stuff, and like it's just crazy, man. Like it's the stuff of legend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's epic. Do you have any beefs going on now, or anybody that we want to attack?
Honestly, I never really have any beefs. Like,
Right, I don't think you do either.
I talk shit to people online. People are like, don't feed the trolls. I'm like, I like roasting people. It's so fun. People are so fucking dumb, and I'm like, it's like fun to point that out sometimes. You know what I mean?
Right. Let's hear some of this music you told me about.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you're saying you just made this new
I just
song.
made this like 3 days ago.
Not even out yet?
No, it's not out.
How long did it take you to make?
If it doesn't come quick, then...
Couple hours.
Yeah.
Kinda
You
how it
don't,
goes.
Is that like your...
And are you, sorry, do you produce the music as well?
No.
You don't produce?
I always wanted to learn producing, but I'm like, I can work with producers that have 10 years experience. I'm like, I'm never going to be as good as the people I could work with. So I'm like,
Cool.
that's not a good excuse. If you really want to learn it, but
Sure.
I never really did. But yeah, this song is called Free Snacks.
Now you're making the instrumentals here?
No, he's not.
Sucking dick for free. I'm sucking dick for free. I used to charge a fee. Now I suck it for free. I'm sucking dick for free. I'm sucking dick for free. Every day, you know, I'm deep throwing. Mouth wide, wider than the ocean. Don't front, you know, I got you open. Shoot it in my arms, 360, no scoping. I'm sucking dick for free. I'm sucking dick for free.
Yeah, dude.
Like that?
I used to charge a fee. Now I suck it for free.
I mean, I just want to make beautiful, angelic music about
Yeah.
weird shit.
Timeless.
Now, when do you know you have a hit?
Right now.
I just want you to be happy. I'll suck you and if you're ever feeling crappy. When you bust, it's time to take a nap.
It's very Post Malone.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You can see this at arenas, dude. The whole.
Yeah. It seems like you could have like
great,
a really
dude.
hard rapper come in with a verse on that.
Yeah,
and it
true.
Would be killer.
Like some gangsters.
It's hard to find someone to agree to it. Yeah, Juicy J's not gonna
Method
be
Man would
jumping on
love
that.
to do that.
Yeah, hell yeah,
Like-
that's up his alley. Yeah, there's a lot of like kind of comedy rap. I feel like not everybody's utilizing kind of like sing-songy melodic auto-tune with like
Right.
funny lyrics.
I mean, I wanted to go to bed to that.
Yeah,
You
that's
want
not
to
a
get your dick
compliment.
sucked to that, you mean?
Yeah,
And then go to
I
bed.
mean that.
So tell us about this new movie that
All right, the new movie.
and wait, where were you at the time? You said you were in some.
Oh yeah, so
You're in
my
France
father,
or-
my father's from Greece.
Ah,
I go
Greece.
there a lot. I have a lot of relatives there, and then I get a text or email from Matthew Gray Gubler, who's the lead actor in the movie, who I've become friends with over the years, and he's like, "Man, I got this independent movie. I really want you to be in it. I think it'd be cool." And I read it, and I was like, I like this. I want to be in this. And they're like, oh, we're shooting in like, I don't know. They said like in a week or 10 days, whatever it was. Whatever it was, I had to like cut my trip short. I had to change my tickets and I had to fucking leave. I think like maybe a week or 10 days early or something, which I was like not happy about. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, fuck that guy, dude.
I'm like in Greece. I'm just laughing, going to island hopping and shit.
Were you going to Lindsay Lohan's Mykonos?
No, so Mykonos and Santorini are like the Disney World of Greece. They're like
Okay.
fake Greece.
All right.
It's just like
Where do you go?
my father's from the island of Crete, which is the biggest island. There's tons of culture there, amazing beaches and stuff like that. But that's like biased, right? Because that's like where my
Well,
heritage is.
That's where they
But
filmed Troy, right?
I don't know if they filmed Troy there, but they're like old Minoan ruins
Yeah.
there. It's like huge island. There's like
Yeah.
a lot of dope shit there. But also there's a lot of cool islands too that are not Santorini and Mykonos that you could still get a taste of Greece from. Naxos is one of my favorite islands. It's fucking beautiful. There's a lot of crazy mountains, old villages. Like when you go up where my aunt lives, we have a house up in the mountains in Crete, not Naxos. It's such a crazy feeling because you feel like you're, traveling back through time. There's an outhouse. She has goats. She has a watermelon patch, fig trees. Up in the mountains, the population of the village is like 7. And it's like so fucking old school. It just feels like so rad. You feel like you're like, I don't know, traveling through time.
Yeah, you feel like the last thing you want to do is go fucking get on a plane and cut your trip short.
Exactly.
But you did.
I did, and it was worth it. I was really happy once I got there, and it was cool because like I don't really do like a lot of serious acting, but even though this is like a dark comedy, the one note was like you got to deliver all your lines seriously. The whole tone of the movie. No smirking, no trying to make
Right.
the lines clever.
Same way you suck
Serious.
dick for free.
Exactly.
Very serious.
I'm very serious about it.
Right.
So yeah, there's like a coven of like, like kind of like gothy fucking into witchcraft and crystals and shit like this.
Right. We watched the trailer, and my takeaway from it was that, like, it was like a secret society kind of a thing, and the rule is you're not allowed to be cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then they find out that the leader of the group was like the class president, and he was a cool kid,
And he
Prom
played
king.
lacrosse.
and he
or
was
some
on
shit.
lacrosse fucking
Yeah.
team. Like, whoa.
Yeah,
big-
you're one of the cool kids. You're not one of us. You're not a rebel like us. Yeah.
right.
So then he has to go on a mission to kind of find himself and find out who he really is.
So it's a little bit of like a darker kind of like Revenge of the Nerds, like.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, it's like a dark comedy because it's like, these characters are not self-aware, but people who watch it realize how much of a fucking joke they are, but they don't. So it's kind of fun to watch, like, how seriously they take everything is like kind of like laughable. from the audience perspective, because they're like, look at these fucking idiots and the shit they're saying.
Yeah.
But the fact that they take it so seriously, I think, was what makes the tone of the film work and kind of fun.
And this is coming out.
What's the name of it? It's coming out February 14th, right?
Yeah, it's called King Knight.
King Knight.
Yeah.
And what's it coming out on?
I don't fucking know.
You can download
Alright.
a MOV,
It's coming
MP4,
out, bro.
zip file.
Find it, all right?
Yeah, it's
It's coming out on a zip file.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the zip
I got
file
a
that
zip
Andy had to
file, bro.
upload.
Same Z's.
Same Z's. You like that? That's a callback.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely coming out on streaming platforms
Everywhere.
and I
King
think
Knight.
I think they said it's gonna get like a limited theater release too.
It's cool.
Cool.
Did you do you feel like you want to do more serious kind of acting like
I
that? Did you
really
like
do.
it?
I love it. Not necessarily like dark comedy, serious acting, but like I don't give a fuck if I have to if I like a role, like I'm down to try like serious acting. I feel like I could commit to it, and I'm not saying I'm the best or anything, but like I feel like I could do okay if I could just commit to a character and really like click with the character.
Yeah.
Man, the godfather of YouTube, the best at serious acting.
That felt so awkward to say because I usually don't say such egotistical things, but I feel like I've sunned a lot of these kids. And
Yeah.
if I got a TV show out of viral videos before YouTube existed, then yeah, fuck that. They my sons.
Exactly.
Boom.
That's right. Yeah.
You got it on
They-
record, you know?
They're lucky. They're lucky.
They should thank their lucky stars.
They're lucky.
They're lucky to be your sons.
You're lucky to have me.
Yeah, dude. It's epic. So, like, your show on MTV was in what, like around 2005?
2004 to 7.
Wow, okay. 2004 to 7.
Yeah, it ran parallel to Viva La Bam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Epic. How did I not know that, man? Crazy.
Running parallel means right after each other or before?
It started about
Maybe
the
that's
same
not the right
time,
word,
and-
but it was like I think it was Viva La Bam and then my show after or something like that.
It was on that, what they call it, like...
Sunday Stew? What is
Sunday
it?
Stew, sounds
Sunday
about
Stew?
right.
Yeah.
And did your guys' paths ever cross in the early 2000s?
I don't know, dude. They
At a party? Or?
I've hung out with them a little bit, but we haven't had like any like full fucking days of like going out here and there. I saw him at some parties and shit, back in his when he was fucked up days, you know.
Yeah,
But just briefly, you know what I mean?
right.
But sorry.
But you know, like you've got this Twitch thing going on, like you're balls deep in it. You know, you've been. There's definitely made a lot of noise, you know, around the rice gum thing. Like you had the cooking show on YouTube. You know, like I'll go through an airport and the like, you know, before I get to security, people will be like, oh my god, oh dude, fucking let me get a picture, this is so great. And then I'll be going through security and the TSA guy will be like, man, fucking what happened to you, dude? I haven't seen you on anything in forever. You know,
Yeah,
and kind of like from an ego perspective, like you just don't, you know, like you don't know, like, and that's the nature of the world today with the digital world, the internet. Like, you can be like so prolific and have people just not fucking know.
Yeah.
Like,
It's crazy. Like, just imagine. Okay, say your podcast right now. I'm sure a lot of your fans watch it. I'm sure you got a lot of new fans from it, right?
yeah,
But just say anybody that's ever seen you on any show, on Jackass, you know, the movies, whatever, all of a sudden simultaneously got like a ping on their phone saying, Steve-O has a podcast, here it is, you can find it here.
yeah.
Like, how many more people would start watching that podcast? You know what I mean? It's like, you have to really be tuned in. You have to be looking at internet content all the time to be like, oh, this person has this now. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't just... So it's kind of funny, like, to think, like, how many... Like, if only more people that fuck with me knew I was doing this one thing and had attention
Right.
to see this one thing, it would just go crazier, you know?
Yeah, because
But
you've
it
been
is what it is. You know?
you've been hustling nonstop like your entire career. You've never slowed down whatsoever. And,
I mean, to be a little hard on myself, I could have worked 10 times harder.
okay.
Yeah. Like, there's so many months where I'm like, oh yeah, I could have gotten so much more shit done than I did.
Right.
And people always ask me about regrets. I really don't have a lot of regrets in life, but sometimes I feel like that's the one thing, like, I should have pushed myself harder. And I'm not being kind of like really rough on myself. Like, no, like really, really, some months have been just way too fucking lazy.
All
And I
right.
feel like I could have done more.
Do you think that all the weed that you smoke contributes to that, or?
Not really, because I think my persona of a weed smoker is way different than what I really am. People come up to me all the time and they're like, bro, I really love to smoke with you. It'd be kind of like a dream. I grew up with watching your show. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. First of all, I don't want to smoke with people who are going to grill me and ask me questions about shit.
Right.
That's the worst high ever. And there was definitely a phase in LA, probably like maybe like 10, 12 years ago, where I was just like smoking kind of regularly, like, you know, maybe almost every day. But it was kind of like a small pocket of time. And I have some weed at the hotel. I got some like weed vapes and shit. I'm just a very finicky smoker. I don't smoke out of habit nonstop. I have to really, really be in the mood. Like, oh, I really want to smoke a little bit. I really feel like being a little bit high right now. And then I smoke. And then months go by, nothing. Months and months, don't hit anything. I was in New York for like a year and a half. Probably smoked like maybe 3 or 4 times in that year and a half. Now I'm in LA. First thing, I was like, let me hit the weed shop. Started smoking a little more. I was staying on Venice Beach for a month, smoking like kind of regularly. But yeah, I'm very on and off with it, and I feel like weed effects on me has been very minimal.
Okay. You got a YouTube channel as well as all the.
haven't-
What are your platforms other than Twitch?
My platform, it's kind of, I guess it's kind of embarrassing to some people, but I've been grinding TikTok. I finally hit 1 million on TikTok. I've been posting clips of my old show. I've been making some original shit. And so it's basically like Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. Insta, I'm kind of like letting die too. I don't really post a lot on Insta.
Okay.
YouTube, if I was smarter, I would just never have let that die. I would have just been posting Twitch clips every day or whatever, but I just haven't been.
Yeah, man. YouTube is Machete was saying about boxing. It's a jealous god.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Danny
YouTube.
Trejo. Yeah.
Yeah, Danny Trejo.
Like if you ignore YouTube, it'll just.
YouTube is a jealous god, man.
But you had a banger last week with your video. I mean, you didn't post before that for a while, right?
No, I've been picking it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
I've been you got to feed the beast, man. YouTube doesn't like going hungry.
For me, I kind of had to pick like between Twitch or YouTube, and I started picking up YouTube again, and like the shit that was just getting popular was just like vlogs, like Jake Paul type shit, and like making sketch comedy just kind of was like dead on YouTube. And I was just like, I had an opportunity for Twitch, like right when Twitch moved over to letting you. Twitch used to not even allow you to go outside to stream. It had to be video games inside.
Oh yeah, damn.
And then I was doing Twitch as a hobby on and off for that. And then as soon as they were like, you can go outside and stream with your phone now, whatever you want, full camera of just yourself walking around doing it. I was just like, my views went from like 200 viewers to like 1,500 viewers in like my first fucking full outdoor stream.
Yeah,
So I was just like, all right, this is popping. Let's just see how this works. And 5 years later, you know.
Do you play video games?
I do play video games. Actually, do.
He's just like walking his finger over it.
So there's one that you would find interesting. It's called Grand Theft Auto Roleplay. So it's GTA 5 with mods, and everybody in the game is a character.
This is the one where you want to kill as many hookers as you can.
Yeah, so it's like Grand Theft Auto.
It's like life.
That's what I feel in real life.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how I play the game of life. I want to kill as many hookers as I can. So it's like Grand Theft Auto, but instead of just playing the game normally, every single person in the world is an actual character with a microphone. So, like, if you rob a bank, there's, like, actually people playing cops chasing you, and then they put you in, like...
So when you log in to play the game, you're assigned, like, okay, I'm logging in, and they tell you, okay, you're going to be a cop. So here's some...
Actually, it's so fucking nerdy, but to actually be a cop on the big servers, you need, like, months of, like, training. And yeah.
That's heavy. So do they pay you once you've been trained, or is it just like people are that passionate they'll do it for free?
No, they'll stream it on Twitch and they'll get paid off Twitch. They don't get paid
got
in the
you.
game. Yeah.
Okay.
So you like...
There's people that play lawyers in the game. There's people that play...
You go to law school, you sit down in class and like...
I mean, it's not that deep, but like... The craziest shit when you rob a bank with people and then the cops come and you negotiate you have to have a hostage or else they'll just shoot you.
Right.
You negotiate for the hostage, they give you free passage, and then there's a huge fucking cop chase. If they catch you, they'll put you in a holding cell. You'll ask for a lawyer, and the lawyer will come, and it's like this whole fucking very involved thing. And it's kind of nerdy how serious they take it, but it also makes it fun. Because if you could just be like, oh, the cop, I'm walking down the street and I'm just shooting everybody, the stakes aren't high. When you have to take it seriously,
right,
it kind of makes it a little fun,
Wow.
That's
And are people walking around like, oh, like that's Mickey Mouse and this guy's like that? Or do everyone looks like people? Like is your avatar like all crazy and shit?
Some people put weird avatars, but most people don't. Like there's a fast food restaurant in the game and they have a certain outfit they wear. Mm-hmm. And like you actually go in and they're like, can I take your order? And you like order food and shit. It's like this whole weird world they morph GTA
There's
into.
actually people playing the fucking fast food worker that's serving you burgers?
Wow. Yes.
Why would you want to be that character?
Because that character might have something where he's getting a drug dealer to come and he's like buying drugs and you got
to serve, meanwhile act like you're really a
exactly and then someone might come in and rob the place and you might have this whole interaction where you pull out your gun faster and shoot them. So like they can have their own sub stories and shit like that. It's super involved.
So you're at the mercy of how the game is played. Like like you can't be like, oh well, I'm gonna try to make my role in the game a little bit, more involved, more bigger. But like
you create your own stories. So like you can, if you want to be the boss of a gang, you need to find a bunch of 4 or 5 people that will follow you, and that will take your orders. You name the gang.
Does that happen within the confines of the game, or are you recruiting this and setting it up outside of the game?
Within the game. Everything is within the game, yeah.
Turning into real life.
Is there like a leader? Like is there a president or like within the world?
There's a town mayor that gets elected.
Wow.
There's a casino. You can go in. I used to work in the casino in the game.
And now that's not like there's not only one ecosystem for the whole game. It's like kind of...
There's different servers, but the best server I think is called No Pixel, and that's the one that's the hardest to get into. And some people that don't have priority, there's so many people waiting to play. Some people will sit around for 6 hours just to get in the server.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Super crazy.
And do people know they're dealing with Scott? Just bailed. That got so heavy for him he couldn't. Do people know it's you when they're? Yeah.
That's a great question.
Like, do they know? Like, oh, Andy Milonakis is robbing my bank right now.
Most people do because I don't use a voice changer or I don't try to do a crazy voice, and I actually play a rapper in the game, and I make music outside of the game to play inside of the game that's relevant to characters. So I'll make diss tracks about characters in the game.
Holy shit.
And I'll like actually do it in a studio sometimes. And so I'll have like a record release party where it's like a diss track, and I'll like say so much shit about the actual character's past and what he's doing, and I'll play the diss track and like rap the diss track in the game.
Do you have like a nemesis within the game?
Yeah, I do.
Do you want to shout them out? Do we want to?
Yeah, fuck OTT. His bars are whack. He's a fake Drake, and he uses too much auto-tune.
Boom. But you have no idea who he is in the real world. He could be your next door neighbor. Oh, you do?
I know a little bit about him. I don't know a lot about him, but like, you don't necessarily know anything about any character you come across, but
it's fascinating.
you could be like, oh, like some people off stream will be like, oh yeah, so and so plays so and you'll check their stream out, and maybe you'll host them, because on Twitch you could kind of pay it forward.
Right. Yeah,
you could like, if you have like 1,000 viewers and there's another streamer streaming GTA, you could just be like /host, and you could send your viewers over to them. So a lot of people do that within the GTA community.
Epic.
But most of my shit that I do on Twitch that has a much bigger viewership is like when I travel and I go outside, and I just stream games once in a while.
And you're holding a selfie stick the whole time, like that would even get tiring.
It sounded to me more like it was strapped to a backpack.
Well,
like the
no,
camera,
I actually am holding a stick, but a lot of streamers, there's a shoulder mount for the camera.
Oh, okay.
And they do like first person, they'll ride bikes, they'll walk around. But I feel like if it's your stream, they want to see your reactions. If I want to make jokes and shit, they should see your fucking face. So I just hold a selfie stick. The camera's really small though. It's not like a big DSLR Sony. It's just like Sony's answer to GoPro. It's like a tiny light camera clamp with a phone to read what's going on in the chat.
Sure.
And then,
wow, fascinating shit.
And it's a fuck ton of money that you're making from it.
I mean, no, just kidding. No, it's like, it can be pretty good. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna do live streaming, because I'm kind of toning down the Twitch lately with all the other shit I'm getting into.
Cool.
So, but I mean, if I go to Japan, I have to stream because it's so much fun to have an audience watching what you're doing in Japan. You know.
Do you have like sponsors flying you to Japan, or are you paying for that?
Sometimes I get trips paid for, and when people subscribe to you on Twitch, you know, you make pretty good money. You know, it's not that crazy to make like, you know, sometimes like 25K a month just from like streaming. Outdoor streams, yeah.
You ever get like flown to Dubai by some like crazy?
No, I got an offer to once, but I was a little bit creeped out because he said the whole time I would have to be sucking on his toes, and then he would give me Lamborghini money.
Yeah. Well,
good
to have a Lamborghini though.
True.
Yeah, it's good to have a Lamborghini. Well, yeah, dude. Like, it's too bad that we don't know how to tell people to watch your movie. It's kind of classic.
Yeah. Just if you type in King Knight on February 14th,
Valentine's Day.
King Knight.
If you type in King Knight,
and this will,
it'll come up. It'll be like, oh, streaming on blank.
You know what? Like, actually, to be clear, we recorded this before February 14th by just a couple days.
Sorry, hold on. Happy New Year. XYZ Films will release XYZ will release King Knight on demand and digital February 17th, 2021.
There you go. Okay. February 17th on demand.
I thought it was 17th. You guys fucked me up. Now I'm 17th. Fired.
February 17th. Yeah. All right.
Hey,
nah,
baby.
dude, we're on it, dude. Friday, February 17th. That's tomorrow as this comes out.
Good.
There we go.
What's your dog's name again?
Wendy from Peru.
Wendy.
She's the greatest.
You're great.
Awesome,
I love that story.
Well, get on fucking Andy Milonakis' Twitch and watch his fucking movie. Listen to his rap. Do we have anywhere we can send people to find a catalog of your rap music?
I do have a SoundCloud, but I don't know. You could see a lot. I have some music videos on my YouTube. I guess that's good.
Who are the biggest rappers that you've recorded tracks with?
I did one with Rich the Kid.
That's sick.
Lil B. I'm trying to think. I'm like kind of like drawing a blank.
Is there any talks of a Three Loco reunion ever?
I don't know. Simon is like killing the movie scene right now with his movie Red Rocket, and he's kind of doesn't want to rap anymore. He said he's done it for so long, and he's getting movie offers now and shit like that.
Right.
So I think he's kind of done with that.
And Riff Raff just like blew up.
Yeah, I don't know what Riff is doing right now.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna fuck around with that auto tune, kind of like. Not like rap.
Dude, Riff Raff would get on that "Suck Your Dick for Free," right? He could drop a hard verse on that.
He would, yeah, he would do it.
Damn,
sure
that
he
would
would.
be perfect.
Let's get him in the mix, dude.
Maybe you should drop some vocals on it.
Dude,
Steve did have a rap career.
Yeah, dude.
And I mean, we haven't talked about your rap redemption in so long, but are you still planning on doing that?
Maybe
Andy
you and
on
I
here.
need to fucking get in the studio and I'll fucking, you know.
Lay some bars down.
Yeah.
By the way, have you ever seen the Celebrity Death Match with me versus you?
Oh, dude, I feel like I vaguely remember that, but no.
Wow.
That was so random, bro.
Who won?
I think I won. I think I ate you.
Nice.
Because I'm fat. Nice one, MTV. Right on the nose.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about a verse for "I'll Suck Your Dick for Free."
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I mean, that's got you written all over it.
Yeah, dude. I just like,
Bro, we need to fuck around with
know,
you doing auto-tune.
I'm thinking about, like, I will clobber your dong, fucking, you know, my tonsils will not last long. I will fucking hit your hog so hard.
Writes itself. I mean,
You
Yeah.
still got bee sting marks on your dick?
I don't.
Let me
but,
see.
Yeah, dude. I think it would make a lot of sense for you and I to do that. It's a great track for me to dust off my fucking...
I want to hear your voice with like really buttery auto tune with you singing instead of rapping.
Oh.
Because that
Alright.
could be really
But that needs to be on a different track because what
We
this
should make
needs-
a new track.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It could still be just as dirty as Suck Your Dick for Free.
Right.
It should be a brand new track. We'll talk about it.
All right, dude.
I'll DM you on Twitter.
And I'll give you my number right now.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
until then, stay tuned.
Tell them your number too.
yeah, just do it now.
And enjoy King Night.
February 17th. Yeah. So XYZ Films, King Knight, on demand and digital, February 17th, 2022.
Yeah, dude.
If you watch it, I'll suck your dick for free.
Dude, I respect you. I admire you. I
Hey,
enjoy
same
you.
here, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I admire me too.
Thanks for doing this, man.
Hey,
It was rad.
thank you, man. It's a fucking honor.
Fuck yeah.
Love you, dude.
Yeah, dude. You know, I really enjoyed Andy. And there's something I've been meaning to tell you guys, the ones who stick around to the very end. A while back, I saw a bunch of people posting their screenshots of their Spotify app, I think. And it was listing like their top 5 podcasts that they listen to. And dude, I saw a bunch where people were like, it said how many hours? There's some people listening to hours of Wild Ride, man. And I want to thank you. Like, especially, you know, dude, we're creeping up on 100 episodes, and it's I never thought that it was going to be as good of an experience as it is. Now, check it out. We've got this whole new studio on the new tour bus. Man, big things are happening, man. I'm really grateful for you guys for sticking around on this very wild ride. Yeah, dude.